welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 2 of my 2024 goals reset. In the part 1, we talked about my goals for the year, the 5 goals I'm setting in each area of my life, made a vision board, did some reflection, and then the video was getting really long and I had to go home for the holidays, so I wasn't able to film the section of how to actually now achieve your goals. So that is what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step plan for how to actually take those goals that you set and actually make them your life and your reality. Because let's be honest, I know it is so fun to dream up those lofty goals, to make a cute vision board, make it your screensaver, your wallpaper, but then it actually does take some work to implement those habits and projects and goals into your life and into your daily routine. So this strategy that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is one that I've been using for years. I've been teaching on YouTube for years. I teach presentations on it, and I'm excited to share it again with you guys this year with a few little tweaks. So if you have Dream Daily's daily planner, this is my planner that I designed and launched in November. Designed it like January of last year, worked on it all year. We're gonna be using this first page in the planner today. If you don't have the planner, that is okay. But if you wanna get it, it's undated. So even if it's a little later in January when you're watching this or whatever month it is, you can pick it up and use it the following month. So you can start it and get 6 months out of it whenever. And basically I put the strategy that I teach on YouTube and in person into this page. So we're gonna use this as a guideline. But if you don't have the planner, that is okay. You can still follow along. First off, a year is too long, so we have to break down our year into digestible chunks. I do set monthly goals, but then I like also setting like bigger picture goals every 6 months, or you can do every quarter. In the past, I've done every quarter. Like I said, because I'm using my 6-month daily planner, I'm gonna do 6 months, and you're gonna choose 1 to 5 goals that you're gonna focus on diligently for the next 6 months. These were some of my goals that I shared in my big goals for the year, my resolutions. And then I chose 5 that I feel like are achievable in the next 6 months and that are important to me. I am choosing ones that if I get these done, I will feel really good and really accomplished. So choose those specific goals that you want to do in the next 6 months and write them out here. So once you've taken your yearly goals and broke it down into 6 months goals, now we are going to figure out how to actually make these happen on your day-to-day. You guys maybe have heard me talk about this before. I split my goals into 2 sections, a project goal or a habits goal. Project goals are things that have multiple tasks, multiple things to do. It's a big project like starting a business or getting a driver's license or something that takes a lot of steps. A habit goal is just 1 step that you repeat daily or weekly. So journaling every day is a habit. Waking up early is a habit. Working out is a habit. Doing something fun every week is a habit. So I then label my goals based on if they're project goals or habit goals. And then I have a different strategy for how to achieve a habit goal versus a project goal. And this is written out on these little blocks in the planner, which is really nice, but I'm gonna explain it further here. So for a project goal, again, these are things that are large projects. Like I always use the example of starting a business. There's a lot of steps. It's gonna take a lot of time. It's not something, you don't do the same thing every day to achieve this goal. My example that I'm using from my list of goals is growing on YouTube and hitting 200,000. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna list out all the tasks you need to do to accomplish this goal. So every little task that you can think of, you're just gonna brain dump, get a blank sheet of paper to do this. If you have the planner, you can use one of the blank pages in the back of the book. But just grab a piece of paper and list out, okay, what is everything I need to do to start a business, to start a podcast, to grow on YouTube? Some tasks that I wrote out were, like, I wanna start uploading 2 times a week instead of just 1. Consistently, I want to post to YouTube Shorts 3 times a week. I want to engage with my comments and engage with other creators, continue to promote each video on Instagram, research SEO and use more SEO tools like TubeBuddy, which I use, and then also post a mix of vlogs versus searchable content. So just off the top of my head right now, these are things that I know I can do every week to work towards this bigger goal. So now that you have all those tasks written out, and if you want to be specific, try to choose tasks that can be broken down into 30 minutes. Or you need to hire a photographer, maybe you split that into research photographer, contact photographer, hire photographer, pay photographer, invoice. Like that one thing can be broken down into 4 30-minute tasks. So get really granular, get really nitty gritty with each task it takes to achieve this goal. And then how you're actually gonna complete those tasks is you're gonna find 30 minutes in your day, 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how much time you have in your day to be flexible with, but carve out 30 minutes to work on those tasks every single day. It's gonna be harder than it sounds, but just you have to put it into your daily routine. So you can do this in the morning, you can do this on your lunch break, you can do this in the evening, you can do this late at night. Figure out what works best with your work and your schedule and how you work best. For me, I work best in the mornings, and so I always give this example of how I started Dream Daily, my business. I started it as a freshman in college. I was overwhelmed with like all my classes. I was also doing YouTube still, and so for me to find time in my busy freshman year schedule, I woke up 30 minutes to an hour earlier than my first 8 a.m. class. So I was waking up at like 6 a.m. in college, and I would get my coffee. Skylar, my roommate, poor her because she had to listen to my coffee maker go off at 6 a.m. I would make my coffee and I would sit down with my laptop or notebook and work on Dream Daily every morning before my 8 a.m. classes. So it's annoying. You may have to wake up earlier, you may have to go to bed later, figure out what works for your schedule, but when you wake up early or when you're getting ready to work on those tasks, you now have a whole list that you can start with, and just start Googling the first one. How do I buy a domain? How do I get in a consistent YouTube schedule? What SEO tools for YouTube are the best? Like, I can just sit down and spend that 30 minutes working on that project. And you're gonna keep doing that until you complete the project, which again, may take weeks, it may take months, it may take the full year of you working on it every day, depending on how big the project is. But that is how you're gonna go from having this idea of like this big goal of hitting 200,000 on YouTube or starting a business, and how you're gonna go to it actually being achieved. It has to go into your everyday routine, guys. Now let's go on to habit goals, which is fun to talk about because I follow Charles Duhigg's habit loop. So again, it's very popular. There's books about this. I'm not the only one who talks about this, but I absolutely love it, and it's really easy to understand, I feel like. So basically there's 3 parts to this habit loop: a cue, a routine, and a reward. And all of the habits that you have in your daily routine, whether they're good or bad, even your bad habits, follow this loop. It's like a psychology thing, okay? So basically your body has a cue, you go through your routine, and then your body gets that reward. Like for coffee in the morning, you wake up, I hear my alarm, that is the cue that it is morning, and then my body automatically on that cue wants coffee. So I go to my coffee maker, I make myself a cup of coffee, that's my routine, and my reward is my brain gets hit with caffeine and I get the yummy taste of coffee. And so if you drink coffee every day, your body is going through that cue, routine, reward, and that's why you crave coffee in the morning and your body craves it. So you can take this habit loop though to build good habits into your routine. So I always use the example of journaling. I habit stack as well. So habit stacking is where you just add on a new habit to a habit you already have. So going through that same habit loop of coffee in the morning, my body already knows wake up, cue coffee, routine make it, reward get caffeine. So my habit stacking and how I added journaling in was I put my journal next to my coffee maker, and so when I had my coffee made before I could take my first sip, I had to start journaling, and then that's how I incorporated journaling with my coffee in the morning, and that's a habit that I've been doing for like 3 years now, and I absolutely love. So you have to have a cue, you have to have your routine, and you have to have a reward to create a habit. If you're trying to work out more, maybe your lunch break, that could be a cue. I love using time of days as cues. Maybe it's also like you play a certain song to get you in the mood to work out. So whenever your body hears that one song, that upbeat song, it knows it's ready to work out. You go, you work out, that's your routine. And then your reward is a protein shake or your favorite breakfast, or maybe once a week you buy yourself new gym socks or something like that to reward yourself. As you can see on the little action plan, I didn't have a daily habit that I wanted to build in the next 6 months. I have some like monthly habits that I'm working on, but nothing that was like a huge big habit, because I'm really happy with my habits I have right now. But I made do something fun every week into a habit, and so weekly habit. So my cue is like when Thursday hits, that is my cue. I'm gonna have a reminder on my Google Cal to then brainstorm and make plans. So I wanna think about fun hobbies to do that I can do with my friends that week or weekend, and then I wanna actually make the plans. That's my routine, and then my reward is I do something fun every week, something that's not work related, and I enjoy it. For me, this isn't just like making weekend plans. It could be having a game night, having a movie night, having a reading day at a coffee shop or in the park, going to a concert, being outside. I'm trying to continue my sports era, so going golfing, ice skating, playing pickleball, all that kind of stuff. So for me, that's like my fun things I'm going to do throughout the week that I want to do at least once. So that is my strategy and my game plan for how you guys are going to go from having these goals to then actually achieving them. So again, just a quick recap: brainstorm your goals, create a vision board for the whole year. Then you're going to narrow down your whole year into the first 6 months. Choose the goals that are really important to you that you can accomplish in the next 6 months. And then you're going to label them a project goal or habit goal. And then you're going to use the correlating strategy for that goal, whether it's a project goal or a habit goal. Let me know if you guys have any questions below. Also, I feel like I was just yelling at you guys because there's so much construction outside. I'm sorry if I was talking loud and like preaching, but this just gets me so fired up, and I absolutely love when you guys DM me or comment and you're like, these actually worked. Like, I actually was able to achieve this goal that I had for years and couldn't get, but I used the habit loop, or I used your project strategy, and it just makes me so happy. And I want to show you guys how you could actually achieve your goals and make your dreams come true and make your vision board a reality. It is possible, okay? So let me know how this goes. Like I said, I'm gonna do a 6-month checkup where we're gonna do this all again in 6 months and have a little reflection and plan for the second half of the year. In case you're wondering, I do also take these like big goals and break them down into monthly goals, monthly projects, monthly habits, and I share those in my monthly reset videos. All of my videos are connected pretty much. So if you enjoyed this video and you want motivation every month with your goal setting and with your habit tracking and all of that, then make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, because around the 1st of every month I share my monthly reset video where we do this, but for the month, and it's really fun. All right, guys, I love you so much. We have one more video in this 2024 reset series, my wellness reset, and I will see you guys soon for that. I love you all so much, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.